Leave room for somebody. Is this one way? No! Oh God! I love you, Brittany!
What?
Oh God!
Oh. Don't lose it.
No.
Look, Sai's on camera. Smile, Sai. Look at Sai. We're driving up to Colorado right now, watching Archer in a hailstorm. While watching Archer while driving. Welcome to the Craigslist challenge. I'm Aaron from Lone Star Drift, obviously. That's Trevor from Auto Motion. Is it Auto Motion?
Motion Auto TV.
Motion Auto TV. I always forget everything. We're doing a Craigslist challenge. Trevor bought this Jeep for $1,500.
Hey, don't tell him how much. Then
Oh.
they're gonna be sad when I sell it.
I'll cut that. He bought this Jeep as a Craigslist special, and I bought a Land Cruiser as a Craigslist special, and I just bought it online, flew up here. I'd never seen it. A buddy of mine, Tyler, went and got it, a drifter from Colorado, and then we brought Jason in his truck, which is not a Craigslist truck. But basically, we bought a bunch of other Craigslist vehicles. I don't know how many people are actually going to make it here today. Some of them backed out. Some of them bought adventure bikes like James Nixon, but I don't know where he is. Everybody, it's hard to, like, drifters are like herding cats. But anyways, we're here at Hackett Gulch today up in Colorado near Colorado Springs, and we're gonna go test these things out today to make sure they work, and then if they work properly, we're gonna go do some harder trails. These trailers are not super difficult. They don't require lockers and like super built vehicles, but you do need a decent amount of ground clearance or else you're gonna tear up the bottom of the vehicle, and then decent like tires. If you just have a stock vehicle, it's not gonna work too well. This thing has a rear locker, bigger tires, sprung over suspension, and a bunch of modifications. And that is my Land Cruiser. It has Toyota OEM locking differentials that are electric locking differentials. It has like a 2 or 3 inch lift, a little bit bigger tires, and other than that, it is stock. So I wanted the Texas Street Legal theme where we have windows, interior, and everything is comfortable. And Trevor's going the Pro-Am route, going down dusty roads with no top. I'm not even sure if the windshield really stays there. It's full of rust from Colorado. And let's go do some very beautiful backwoods stuff. All right.
But luckily you have those big cars.
Jason, make sure to lock the cars.
got some people stuck up there.
If you listen really closely, you can hear Sai, the cameraman, panting. Everything is much steeper than it looks in this video, and we're probably at, I don't know, 6,000 or 7,000 feet elevation, maybe higher. So all physical exertion for us is pretty difficult because we just came up from basically 0 feet elevation. So this is pretty high. So every time we have to hike up a little hill or anything else, it is a lot of work, especially if you're out of shape. All the way that way and hug that, Cameron. You can go all the way that way and then hug that if you want, to make it a little bit more fun. I meant like way over there.
I know. I didn't
you're
want to
like,
do that
nope.
though, because I'm still 4 high. I didn't want to do that.
Can you not just roll it into something and to stop it? Jason's truck is doing way better than I thought it would. It has like really cool traction control or something, plus a rear diff. So it is working well. We're gonna bring him up this little obstacle right here. Watch out for the dog.
More this way. Oh, you're on the frame.
All right, back up. Nope. Oh yeah, you should be okay. You're gonna slide into the same thing about some cross. Let's see. Back up. All right, now turn the wheel. Yep. Turn. Perfect. Now head more uphill. I've seen that.
That dog is seriously so cool.
And then put it all on a timer for scheduled, and then it will. Footage is gonna be so vomit-inducing.
The IS though.
I might have to pull Trevor up all this if he can't get into low range.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like fun.
The Land Cruiser's been doing really well on this trip so far. It is extremely scenic and beautiful. Everybody's vehicles has been doing really well. Jason's truck is surprisingly doing everything for the most part. He has to back up a little bit and take some different lines. But I can't believe how well his truck is doing. Trevor's Jeep won't shift into low range, so he's having a little bit of trouble. But it's crazy like how cool the world is when you get outside of everyday stuff where there's guardrails on everything and everything's safety and little ramps. Because like you could just die. Like look at that down there. You could just roll your vehicle down a hill and then you're dead. And he probably could have kept rolling down the valley. And then there's no even pulling your vehicle out, and it could be a month before someone finds your dead body. Anyways, that's what I love about drifting and I love about four-wheeling. All right, let's keep going.
It's like, fuck,
That's the shocks most likely. but it will help lowering the tire pressure. So a little tiny pro tip, he's at like 30 PSI on the tires right now. So if he lowers the tire pressure out here, it will make the vehicle ride better. It will have a larger contact patch. Here, let me show you what a contact patch is. The contact patch is front to back, how much tire is touching the ground. So if he lowers this down to 0 PSI, the tire would be flat, and you'd have a contact patch from like there to there. At 30 PSI, it's only from about there to there. And at maybe 15 PSI, it'll be maybe from like there to there, and he'll have literally twice the amount of traction, and it'll ride better. So that's why he's lowering the tire pressure right now. We didn't really bother because we don't need the traction. And our vehicle has AC and rides beautiful, so we don't even need to bother, because I don't want to have to air it back up.
I'm just riding around in this lumber wagon today, just like hitting everything, just like, it's not too bad though. Doing good.
What's up, buddy? How you doing? Did you check out that cool smash rollover?
Shut up, car.
Oh, God. What is that from? Office Space. There you go. Oh.
You can't really tell in the video, but this is crazy downhill. Like, extremely hard to walk up because you just fall down because there's no traction. You just really can't tell how steep things are in this video at all, but it's extremely steep and really cool.
Whatever you do, go downhill. Do not turn up. Don't kill my sigh.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's coming for me.
Yeah.
Not a Mustang.
Don't kill me. Please. There's a pretty steep drop over here.
Hey, Si, why don't you just pass him real quick so that way he doesn't murder you?
Yeah, come here, Si. Let that pill inside doesn't go up like water. Yang.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds like an ATV.
If you go down, there's places for him to pass you, you're fine. If it's an ATV, which it sounds like. You should start the motor.
I think you should bump it.
This looks easy, but like...
He's gonna kill an ATV
upright.
guy. Oh!
Slow down! Yeah! Now Chevy's been doing amazing. Wait, let's give Jason a high five if I don't fall down. Can we help her?
Hi, Tro Dog.
Just came down out of the sky and went immediately in the water, lost all control of it. It does have some kind of pink fluid leaking out of it now. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's probably a goner. Plus there's moisture inside the lens. So, yeah, it's gonna need a rebuild. Plus we got some damaged, propellers here and here and here. Hey, oh wait, no, that one's got damage too.
Nope, they all do.
Buy a $1,500 Jeep they set off Craigslist. It's gonna work. He's hitting it with a wooden hammer. I don't get
It's
that.
not a wooden hammer. It's got a big.
It looks. It's just rusty.
Yeah, that's right.
Does that come with the
wooden?
It looks
It
wooden
came in the
because
little
it's
rusty
so
box
rusty.
and shit.
The transfer case shift lever for 4 high, 4 low is not working. So he's trying to manually shift it in by popping the rods off right now and
It's just way too loose.
hitting it with a hammer, which is
heard that
probably always
before.
the answer to everything on these. So make fun of him in there, like close up. Hey Trevor,
That concentration face.
I skip
I'll
all
put
your
on my sunglasses
ads
so
on
I don't skip my ads.
This little heavy-duty rod right here, it just decided to go ahead and bust the bolt off whenever I took it off as something that I absolutely should have not have, but was just like, hey, cool, we're having a good time, let's party. And so yeah, it broke off, and now I need to try to fish this bolt through here, so that way I can get it through here and hold this back up.
Hey, where's zip ties when we need it?
Yeah.
This is not my first time to Hackett Gulch, by the way. I've been here many times. I've sunk my previous Land Cruisers here before. I've had lots of different Land Cruisers, by the way, including rock crawler Jeeps and everything else. So, just a little side note.
Those weren't the ones that did circles and then parked, was it? Fucking hanging out, being real loud and shit. And then we see them walk around. Hey, yo, my mixtape.
Some guy tried to sell us his mixtape at freaking the Fan Fest. Yo. Alright. Oh, that's your fans. I thought that was him revving the engine.
He's almost got it, dude. He's like right there, too.
Go, 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 go! Yeah!
Yeah!
Yeah.
Do it, baby, do it. Come on, GMC. Let's make this happen.
I want to shoot more guns.
This is all
Maybe it's
incredibly steep, by the way.
The thing that's bad is nobody actually can like really appreciate the angle with the footage that we get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw that. Do it again. Oh, you just broke it. That actually couldn't have happened at a better time.
The steering.
You should probably put it back in 4-wheel drive. Oh, no, you can't.
Oh, bud, did you bring
Let's all push at the same time. Go up once. Everybody push. Everybody. How far do you want back?
This is scary.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, nice! The fucking shitty shaft weld job that they put on the fucking knuckle.
You're like 1 inch from it, yeah. All right, stop. Rip. He just broke the steering. It has a piece here. They were trying to modify the steering to make it at a different angle and everything, so it didn't have bumps here. And when they did, they welded this piece to that piece, and they had no penetration through. So you can see that there was 0 penetration in the weld right here, and then there was some up here, but it broke and stuff, and that was the only place that it had really welded. There was nothing else. So it's just a super terrible weld, and Trevor will just go weld this back up. Clean it up and weld it.
We had no idea that we showed up to Colorado Springs the same time as the Pikes Peak International Hill Climb. So we were driving around and we realized downtown was flooded with something called Fan Fest, where they brought out all kinds of new and old rally cars like this old school Audi for the fans to interact with and see up close without having to go up to Pikes Peak, the actual race, to see everything. So it's really interesting. Like, you look at this BMW, other than the downforce, I guess you could say, and the giant wings and splitters and everything, this thing could literally be a drift car, except for the hilarious airbag setup they have on that steering wheel. Drifters don't actually care about safety, but oh, I guess the drift cars don't have that many switches. That is a lot of switches, and these things have more roll cage, but the engine setups are pretty similar. That looks like an S50 or S52 with a pretty big turbo just slapped on there. I don't know what is up with, like, who would want to race an 18-wheeler? That seems insane. I couldn't imagine, like, bolting on parts and working on the thing. That everything would just be so heavy. Here's some American iron. Look like an origin wing on the back. That's hilarious. Oh, and a little kid. So cute. That probably made his day. This is really interesting. You see something with a super new body style, but then it's got a distributor old school Chevy V8 in it. And of course, everyone loves rice. This thing is so ricey. Probably wasn't very fast, but it had more vinyl on it than a lot of the other cars. Gotta take pride in that vinyl. Ooh, gull wing doors. Actually, I don't know what to call these. Flippy doors. Crazy suspension. Garrett Turbo Mustang with a lady falling down. This thing wins for downforce. This thing has so much downforce and it had so much tire underneath it. It would be really interesting to drive something that was never meant to have, I guess it was never meant to have an air filter going the wrong way with a exhaust coming straight out the front, but like a small car that was never supposed to have super wide slicks like that with so much downforce doing a hill climb. That thing would be very interesting. And as a drifter, I have no idea what all those dials and switches would do and how you would look over and work those things as a driver. Hey look, NSX thinks that their cars are fast enough to be race cars. NSXs were never known to have much power. They were very pretty and they handled well, but they were always kind of slow compared to the competition. I mean, like in a drag race.
So here we are, downtown Colorado Springs. We just happened to show up during the Pikes Peak International race. We were just wandering around downtown. There's rally cars everywhere, and we noticed Jeff Kurtz's photo on one of the flyers, and here's one of his sponsors. So there's Lone Star Drift stuff here at Pikes Peak International Raceway, which is hilarious. So I'm gonna put this back. And the owner of Apex asked us, Cy and I, to go do a video in Mexico of a rally coming up, I don't know when. So we're gonna film this crazy ass car, which is a LS dune buggy basically. Exo, what's it called? Exo set. Anything but a buggy. Anything but a buggy. Exo set. When is that race, by the way? Do you know? That he was asking us about?
The hill climb?
The one you said we should go film, Sinai.
Well, a couple. The first one is going to be going to Chihuahua Express in April.
Okay, in April. So in April, we're supposed to shoot this thing driving around very, very fast. So we're excited. Are you excited, Sai?
For those of you who don't know what this is a motorcycle sidecar setup. They look more like a shifter cart underneath, but there's a little like dude that hangs off the back left or right, and it is a sidecar. This is a supercharged, lifted Land Cruiser that had some huge blower motor on top and was super loud, and they just kept revving up over and over and over again. And it was built super 80s style with like 6 shocks in the front that were chromed, and it was really weird. This is Rod Millen's old record-setting Celica. This is a historical piece of Pikes Peak stuff. Very cool. You should look this thing up if you don't know what it is. This is one of the crazy electric cars. You should also look this thing up. The power wires in this thing were insane. And it's very interesting because like it had gigantic 20-inch wheels and 20-inch race slicks or bigger on a race car. So it was really weird. On a side note, I do not support street drifting. Do not go street drifting. We're in Colorado Springs. We're going street drifting. Tyler here is taking us. We're at a place called Drift Factory right now, and you can hear V8 S13s and stuff. They're going to try and street drift V8 S13s with zero exhaust and a bunch of other stuff. So we're going to go see how this works. I would imagine the cops would get called immediately on no exhaust S13 V8 things. But I don't know. We have probably about 20 people out here, probably like 10 drift cars. So we're going to go see how many control arms they snap. Let's go.
Mostly because
the transmission I read is loaded. The inside is just
have good camaraderie though, which is really cool.
It split for quite a while actually. Here we're last year actually, and all like these cliques just stopped talking to each other, and Drift Colorado, like Colorado drifting was actually pretty dead. Like we had like last minute events where like it'd be like 1 week and our track organizer would be like, hey, we'll open the parking lot up for $40 a day a person, and it was okay because it was like something to do. But it was kind of a bummer because there was no fun events. Nobody talked to anybody. Everybody would try to pit like away from each other, and it just kind of, it was rough.
I feel like this is going to be destruction derby for control arms. You can see an entire row of drift cars at a gas station. I feel like in Texas we would be immediately, there's the cops, immediately arrested. I'll go get us drinks.
I would have given you my keys if I didn't have this. You were gonna fit it? Yeah, that's key, girl. It's just like...
Get like a little one, so I don't know if I'll even bring one. It's just hard to pass up 2 for $4. So. stickers everywhere. Big old mud flaps. Probably a cob access port. That's pretty neat. So he comes, he drives at events, Haley's in, and it's pretty awesome. And it's cool to see cars actually used. I'm gonna try to. I guess they want to go to another place. I guess they're all going to the shell. I don't know, like I said, I wasn't very organized. What? Yeah, yeah.
Alright, so the V8 car was way too loud and everybody got sketched out and there was too many cars around. So we took off to another location. We're gonna go meet up at another Shell station or gas station, wherever we're going, and go find another spot. So basically just everybody got a little weirded out because the cars were way too loud. So here we go. So now we're at the gas station we just said we're going to, and we took up every pump here. So now they're kicking us out, which is obvious because we're taking up every damn gas pump. Seaside.
Yeah, give me the knife. That's nice. Done. Stupid drift car. I gotta go over to the car wash.
Where's Andy at?
He's like, I buy tires and I
Are they coming over here? Are they coming over here?
Oh, and the filter. Everything else paid for.
It's like, whoa. I'm not in the lead, so I'm kind of just following.
This is obviously sped up, but I thought it was a really cool road. We don't really have much stuff like this in Texas, but in Colorado they have plenty of curvy roads. This one does not have oncoming traffic, but it does have lots of people through the area during the day, so you really can't go fast. But at night they kind of do go fast, even though they should not. But still a cool road nonetheless. This is only about a quarter of the turns too. Here my buddy Trevor from Motion Auto TV on YouTube is taking me for a ride in his 2JZ car, which is super cool. It's a stock 2JZ with stock injector, stock ECU, but with a tube or a cast manifold with a GTX 3582 Garrett turbo bolted on at about 11 PSI, and everything just works itself out pretty cool. So here we are, we're at a little tiny kart track, I think it's called IMA, up north of Denver, and we are going drifting during the week. They basically got together a bunch of people to take us drifting just so we could go have fun on this little tiny kart track. It is really small though, and it has really bad tire wear for some reason, but it was very cool to go drift at. The video makes the place look way bigger than it is. It's actually really small, all small second gear stuff. Also, the safety is horrendously bad. The only thing stopping these drift cars from hitting us is this little tiny plastic barrier wall that you could kick out of the way with your feet. It was super sketchy. I cannot believe they allow the cars to drift without some type of barrier stopping them from going into the crowd. We are basically where this person standing filming is the actual parking lot where the cars are, where everyone is standing, where the bleachers are. It is unbelievably sketchy.
Triple Crown Drift, did I say that right?
Yeah.
Triple Crown Drift?
Do it again.
Oh. Here, you introduce yourself.
Casey King, Style Kings Performance.
You gotta talk kind
Triple
of loud.
Crown Drift car. This is my Formula Drift setup. I started with the SC300 many moons ago, and that car is actually sitting out in the pasture. Yeah, the car is actually sitting outside of my parents' house, not doing anything, just caged, just looking at the sunrise every morning. This is my second car that I came around. A lot of people put in work on it, including myself. Stock bottom end 2JZ GTE with upgraded, cam pulleys and oil cooler, power steering cooler. Obviously we were sponsored by Garrett, so we appreciate everything that Yukio did for us in the past and all the guys now are doing for us in the future with the Garrett team. And M-Spec Performance put together all the wiring harness for this thing, so it runs great when it's not getting too warm. But 2JZ thing kind of plagued with a little bit of heat, so
even with the rear mount radiator, it still overheats?
Even with the rear mount radiator set up in a 44 gallon per minute or whatever, a Stewart pump, it's still having issues, so I'll come back after, and I just don't think I have the system engineered correctly. So we drew a map. We're going to rebuild that before we come out to Texas. That is going to be our next Pro 2 event that we attend, and the next Pro-Am event that I think I'm going to go to is that event in Tucson that Southwest Pro-Am puts on.
Cool.
Other than that, it's got a Jericho 4-speed transmission, spec clutch, twin plate that I've been running for 3 years now. Figs Engineering suspension, front and rear. That stuff's just awesome. I can't complain about any of it. The only thing it does is anytime I hit a wall or anything like that, I usually break a wheel. So I'll take that over a bank control arm or anything like that. Aside from that, I had Ronin Motorsports put together the cage inside the car. The vast majority of it's carbon. Kind of had some inventive stuff to do with the back setup, with how the cooling is set up, how it's pulled in from the top. I don't think that's something a lot of people have done. So in fact, I don't know of anybody who's kind of Frenched in it to make it more like a convertible style. So got two small badass fans pulling air too, and it's still catching issues from that motor up there. Just gets so hot so fast.
Do you have a what pump are you using? Just the stock pump, or do you have a pump back here?
So I have two Deechworks 370s that pump up
for the radiator.
Oh, for the radiator, I just have 144 or 55 gallon per minute. I think that was what it is. It's a Stewart that's actually like right in between these two pieces. So this back line kind of routes underneath and then it goes to the cab of the car. So that's what FD wants you to do, everything through the cab of the car. So,
Yeah.
well, I would rather do that. Aside from that, you know, just a lot of time by a lot of my close friends here in Colorado, dedicated to painting the car, working on the cage with me, putting all the wiring systems together, you know, down to managing it. So we know we're going to come out to FD Pro 2 Texas with a whole new setup. I've got some Fortune Auto coilovers on their way. The Achilles tires are doing me such a great job. You guys probably saw some of the smoke pouring off the car behind Trevor as we were coming out. So, yeah.
How many laps to a set of tires do you get out here?
2.
2 here?
You know, what is a lap?
What?
What is a lap?
Going around the thing once.
You can drive it. Yeah, because I mean, you don't ever have to stop.
Yeah.
The only reason we ever stop is because it's getting too hot for the motor to survive.
So wait, the car overheats within 2 laps then? Because you killed tires in 2 laps? That's too fast.
I mean, you know, we're trying to keep up with FD guys. I mean, that's like...
Yeah.
Dude, really,
it sounds like you just have something wrong in the cooling system, because the thing should absolutely not have a problem cooling.
It's a pressure deal, and it's all based around that front end. I don't have a bleed on it.
Yeah.
What, next week?
Next week. I already bought all the fittings, and we're rerouting another secondary line that's a bleeder and doing like
a swirl pot and a
catch tank.
I was gonna say that should
there's
definitely
an
be
overflow. No, this is very rudimentary and it's something we did right at the beginning, but we're gonna do a little bit more work on it, clean everything up. So hopefully you guys get another shot when we're out in Texas.
How much? So we have a stock 2JZ, they say. We have a GTX 3582, which is hot. That was really dumb to touch it. We have no radiator up here, it's in the back. We have a gigantic intercooler. We have what looks like a power steering cooler right here, an oil cooler right here, catch cans. We have a blow-off valve, obviously. Obviously, it's gonna have coilovers and all that stuff. It does have crazy control arm setup from Figs, so the thing probably has 60 degrees of steering angle, at least. But with a stock motor, the motor itself probably only costs, you know, $1,500. And the transmission alone probably cost many times that, probably about $5,000 or something like that. Plus the cost to get it behind a JZ, because that's not a super common thing. They do have a cool tube frame front end. They obviously have a bunch of little tiny bar structure here to hook everything to, so they have a lot of fabrication time in the car. I think they said it runs about 26 to 28 PSI, so it's right around 600 wheel. You can see a lot of stuff like, obviously has AN lines and stuff like that, but there's a lot of simple stuff too, like just vacuum hoses pushed on. It does run E85, but Ignite E85 coming around this way. This doesn't look too far from a normal Pro-Am type build for the cage and everything, except it has intrusion bars. Does have a fancy steering column here, obviously, so that's a bit race car. You can see it has a Hydro e-brake. Does have a 4-speed dog box. It looks like it has Lexan buried inside of the doors. Maybe? I don't know. It does have windows?
Yeah,
it has
the Lexan up, bolted in. There's like 3 bolt holes.
Okay.
To the top.
Yeah, so they have Lexan windows to put in here. Coming, if you look over there, they have all the water lines and everything routed inside the car under a small little aluminum shielding. Coming back here, they do have a rear mount radiator, which I'm not going to touch and not burn myself this time, with some large AN fittings. They do have a bar here that's a little awkwardly positioned. Looks like this is meant to come around and crush. It does have a fuel cell, a bunch of pumps. Looks like a pump, filter, pump, filter.
All right, I did an interview where it was so windy we can't hear anything at all. This is Wesley. We're about to look at his car. I'm very sorry this interview didn't turn out. Sometimes we have terrible audio quality because we film outdoors and it is so crazy windy. But basically he's telling us he has an LS2 in his car. He used to have an RB, but his most reliable motor of all was an SR. He went through multiple LSs, multiple RBs. He loves his car. He gets about maybe 6 runs per set of tires. He wishes he could get more. He drives in the Vegas Drift Pro-Am series. The car is really cool. Let's take a look at it.
All right, let's go inside. Narrow catch. Bam. All right. Ooh, look at this fancy stuff. That's kind of neat. Looks like Gonzo's nose from the Muppets. He has a big intake manifold, 92 millimeter setup. It looks like. He obviously has Wisefab. Are these Tane coilovers or?
Fortunato.
Oh, Fortunato coilovers.
I think those were one of the biggest upgrades that I did to the car. They used to have old Tanes on it, and they sucked.
It's incredible how simple the engine bay looks. That's crazy.
Yeah, I really went for not too crazy, like modification-wise.
Yeah.
On this engine, as with the RB. But if your car can't make it through a day,
doesn't work.
And it's frustrating.
If you look at the this angle of the strut of the coilover up to right here, you obviously have this camber plate, and there's a bunch of plate underneath here. You have to re-drill a hole right there so you can move all that. So it moves, obviously, the coilover over a couple inches at least. And then obviously has a much longer lower control arm, pushes everything out. Obviously a much longer tie rod to go with it. And then a completely aftermarket knuckle that probably drops everything down. I'm sure the Wisefab probably do that, right? They're drop knuckles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I had to raise the car up to get any sort of clearance.
All right, let's go look at the inside of the car.
Don't break it. Don't break it.
I'm trying not to. There we go. All right. eBay steering wheel. Is it?
Vertex.
Oh no, it's a Vertex.
It's a real one.
It's a real Vertex? Yeah. You fancy.
It looks like an eBay with like Vertex wrapping.
I really hope it's not.
They do have wraps, by the way.
I got it at FD.
Did you?
Yeah.
It looks like a wrap.
Who'd you buy it from?
FD, then it's definitely not people.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, because they look really not
Look,
that
super
fancy.
China.
It's like because the colors wore off.
Well, I mean, this looks like exactly like the China one I have.
Yeah.
We're talking about his thing while he's looking. He's got a little Heim joint on top of the shifter, which is funny, and the e-brake. Obviously, a bunch of aftermarket wiring. Very nice looking cage. Very like distinct cage design. Comes up very high for a lot of protection there. That is a very safe door bar setup, it looks like. I saw this at the Drift Factory people. Did they build your cage?
No.
It looks like
this car used to be over there, but this car, the cage was built at Hingsville Hot Rods.
Okay. This is kind of a unique bar that we don't see in cars very much, this top bar. Just something to look at. Typically no one ever does a bar there. It's a fuel cell car with a fuel cell and a bunch of tube frame stuff on the back. So it looks like a race car. Oh, he's taking the back off for us.
It's the thing I spent the most money on.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you spend the most money on it?
It's the Iridium in-tank surge tank with 3 pumps. It's good for like 1,000 horsepower. Don't know why I bought it, but I really thought it was cool, and I did. And then I was like, cool with that they gave me.
That's funny.
I think this cost, the fuel cell and the surge tank setup cost more than the engine and the transmission.
Holy cow.
Yeah, because the engine was $1,500 and the trans was like $800.
It's a T56?
Yeah. Had it rebuilt, it's been like $8 doing that, but yeah, I think this is the thing I spent the most money on, other than the cage.
Does this do anything other than allow the two?
No, that's it. Going into a bar. bubble. But if you look at it spread out over a 40-year period, it's right on track with where we're supposed to be. Haven't seen that yet. The big thing.
This is Trevor's car. Trevor's from Colorado. He went to Japan with me on my Japan adventure. Not last time, but the time before when we were actually there for the Matsuri for the Back to Basics video. This is his 2JZ S14, and I'm jealous because it never breaks. He's got a stock 2JZ VVTI. Is it VVTI? Yeah, VVTI motor with a GTX 3582. And what makes this car really special, besides that it has cast manifold and stuff, so the manifold will never break, it also makes for a really clean install in the engine bay. This car runs on a stock ECU currently, and that is really interesting to me. The reason it's interesting is because these 2JZ VVTIs are really cheap, like $1,200 bucks. But if you can utilize the stock ECU, the stock injectors, and that kind of stuff, that saves you thousands of dollars in tuning, injectors, ECU, and everything else. Especially because everybody does like 1000cc ID 1000s and stuff on these things, which is literally almost $1,000 in just injectors. So, and then you also have to wire a standalone and all that stuff. So if you can get away with the stock ECU on this thing, just by running low boost, and making, I think he says it makes about 400 wheel, maybe a little bit more right now at 11 PSI. That is absolutely amazing and saves a ton of money and creates a super cheap, reliable setup. When I mean super cheap, it's still gonna cost you like $8,000 to swap it in with a transmission and adapter plates and everything else, or R154. But it's still cheap by Pro-Am or any type of metrics to have over 400 wheel.
Basically, this is my 95 240. I've had it. I've been drifting for about almost 4 years now. When I first did it, I did a LS1 swap. Left that in there for about 3 years. I did a lot of Colorado events. I actually won the Drift Colorado like singles point series, and I won a roll cage. So I basically, after my first year drifting, I went straight into tandem. Had a few issues with the LS1. You know, random little things going, you know, like cracked ring lands and stuff like that. So, you know, worked through that a bunch of times, you know, had probably the LS in and out 5 or 6 times with a bunch of random, you know, changes and heads and cam and, you know, nitrous, intake manifold, all that. You know, I've always been kind of a turbo guy. And I just decided I wanted to go the 2J. The first drift car I ever rode in was actually a 2JZ SC300, just like the one over there. Actually, that was his car, his other one. So I rode in that, and just ever since then, it's been JZ kind of in my mind. Love the way they sound, love the way they perform. I mean, it's just a lot more exciting to watch. But yeah, basically 100% stock engine management, everything. Basically last night I just finished bolting this turbo setup on, and this is kind of the first day of out testing it out. But air fuel ratios and everything are great at 11 pounds. I've been watching it, you know, making sure it's not detonating or anything, do anything crazy. But yeah, so far so good. I also have the Collins adapter kit and a Nissan 370Z transmission. And so basically the V160 is like stronger, like faster little brother kinda, and it's a lot cheaper too. So I've had great luck with the tranny setup so far. I've had really good luck with the JZ. Recently I just kind of hit a wall. I had some JZ belt issues. Serpentine belt flew off on me at the Pro-Am event out in Vegas, and so that's why this kind of side of the car is a little banged up, but didn't do too much damage. Basically just bent a lot of stuff. But yeah.
So how many laps do you get out of a set of tires on this car?
When I was on the stock twins in 3rd gear, I could get probably 15 to 18 laps. With the stock twins, when I was in Colorado National Speedway, which is like a, you know, I think it's like a mile or half-mile banked oval thing with like a figure 8 thing. In 4th gear, with the stock twins, it was basically like 6 runs, and they were just completely gone. But that's kind of a long track with banks and, you know, basically full throttle the whole time. With this one, it seems like it's you know, going to be around that, probably 8 to 10. You know, just depends on how much I put my foot into it. So I like to be kind of gentle on tires. You know, the tire budget's always the you know, the big thing in my mind. I don't want to spend a shitload of money on tires, so I try to kind of stay out of it and not just bake them, you know, when I can. Or
Hey guys, this is Thirsty Rob out here. We're about to go rafting today down the Arkansas. We're going to go through the Grand Canyon? Royal Gorge. There you go. We're hopefully not going to die today. You never know though. Alright, so we're here in Canyon City. We're about to go down the Royal Gorge. They said today that there are class 3, 4, and 5 rapids, so that's going to be really neat. We're really excited. Those are going to be our either our ride back or our ride to our death. So we'll find out which one it is. So
we're going white water rafting today.
White person rafting?
Yes, white people rafting now. There's like a handful of Asian people here, and hopefully I might be one of the guys that just like, yeah, fuck this, because this is not working very well. So,
you'll be fine.
I'ma die. We'll see an update about this later. Me in a bed for like 2 days. So, have fun.
Don't know what you're filming.
I'm so. Film that out.
Oh.
Out here. Do not freak out. Don't start panicking that you're in the water and looking around. You're panicking. You're not doing anything to help yourself, okay? That's the worst thing you can do if you can find yourself.
Button down everything, trying to get it to shut off. It wouldn't shut off.
Hi, Rob.
Everybody high five.
You go get the van, I'll get the bus.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah, it just wouldn't shut off. It wouldn't shut off that way either. That's weird.
That's how you log in the boat. As far as paddle plans, all we got to worry about today is the forward paddle plan. Where did I get my forward one? Woo! Forward one.
We were just rafting down there. We're just about to go over the giant Royal Gorge Bridge.
Thirsty Rob count and just add up.
Let's do it. Do 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, come on. 3 more.
No, it's fingers.
1, 2. Yeah, they have to be in a row. Come on. 3.
Oh, shit.
You're like, nope.
Looks like he's an Ewok. Size nemesis. The stare.
Fuck these things. Oh, that's a cool view.
Yeah, it's pretty view. There's a little gondola too.
Yeah, fuck that drop.
There's another one over there too.
Look at all the gondolas. That is crazy looking right now.
Isn't it? It's like you can't even really like.
We were right down there.
We have to do something funny up here.
It's crazy.
That's crazy. You just feel the bridge moving up underneath you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow, your spit takes forever to get down there.
Is that what you guys doing?
I spit, yeah.
No. Do it. Look at it go! Look at it go! And then we lost it.
It went right into
It
that
hit
crowd.
that wall over there.
Jason, do you want a tandem?
Yeah.
Come on, Jason, get on. Are you ready? Get on.
Yep. Here we go. We're recording.
Ready, go.
Oh, success.
Dude, that's a pretty good picture.
All right, let's try it again. Oh no, I'm not going fast enough.
Count them up. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. No, 0, 1. So that's good. It's a good count.
That's how many of those people Rob would have sex with.
It's amazing.
We're about to get fucked because there's hail. It's a nice view though. You're not getting destroyed by the hail.
Should we go for a jog? Let's jog it to get out of here.
Where are we going?
We gotta get across the bridge before they shut us down.
Ow! I'm hit.
He'll fight.
We're so gonna die.
How do we get so much rain and hail on everything? Look at this.
There's a lot of hail.
I can't tell if we look right. Is that all rain and hail about to hit us?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ow! Fuck! That hurt.
That's why I put on my glasses. Ow! Fuck!
This was a bad idea.
Yes, it was. Holy shit! I'm done. Ow! I'm dying.
Yeah, it does. Thanks, man.
We'll go back eventually. Sorry, you're enjoying yourself? That hurts so bad.
Wow, that was fun, wasn't it?
Oh my god.
After we sat on the little tram for about 10 minutes, we realized it was taking us back in the wrong direction, and we had to get back off the tram and run back through the hail and everything for another 10 minutes because we screwed up and got on the tram in the wrong direction. Sai was not excited when he found out about that.
Dun 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 dun.
God damn it.
Put your arms up, Sai. Sai, come on.
It's a rocky pose.
That hurts even.
Dun 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 dun.
That hurts so bad going up.
Dun dun dun. Super cute little town of Manitou Springs. Sai, where are we?
I don't know.
America.
America!
What's up? You got $1,000 on me? My wife on my dog. My dog right there. Daddy.
What are you drinking, man?
Well, the soul's right, PBR.
PBR?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm a handsome looking dude, you know that.
Yeah.
Daddy. Alright, you want to hear the story?
Yeah, you're telling it.
I said I'd sing y'all something. I'm gonna sing one of Daddy's songs.
Okay.
Johnny Horton. Ooh, well, today I'm so blue. Ooh, well, I'm down and I'm broken hearted. Yes, it's all because of you. Yes, life is so fleeting. Oh, yes, life's but a song. But now you're gone and left me in the way I belong. Well, it's all of love of a day. Yes, oh, love to give his life and the world.
So this is a really cool trail called Spring Creek up by Idaho Springs in Colorado. We had to take Jason's truck around some bypasses, which eventually got us separated and lost because there was 0% chances truck could have made it over some of the obstacles, and we didn't realize some of the bypasses didn't join back up. It's also just Jason and I's vehicles now at this point, because everybody else we went with basically was broken and couldn't come out. But the trip was really fun up at Spring Creek. It's a much harder trail than Hackett and very, very fun.
Filming.
Yo.
All right, we're still here at Spring Creek. We're wanting to explore some mines and stuff. We found some finally that were open, so we're gonna go check it out. It goes pretty far back, at least 100 feet. So we're gonna see if our nerves give out before the end of the mine shaft, because it gets pretty narrow in here. So let's have Sai lead. Come on, Sai. Come on, jump in here. Does it see in here?
Enough? I can see you. You have the flashlight on. Oh yeah.
All right, come on. Don't stand up too high.
I can see that.
So we assume this is an old gold or silver mine, and we're pretty far back. You can see how far down they are already. I was down there and we came back, so you can see that they have, they probably had tracks laid in here that they stripped out for the metal or something. Watch your head side. Oh, god damn!
Yeah, dude.
What? Oh, that's not going to be a problem, I think. So, it looks like there's offshoots. That might be a shaft going down. I'm not going to go over there. But there's an offshoot of some kind. And coming up, this opens up into like a pocket in here. And we can go up.
Hey.
You have braces.
You're gonna hear a lot of heavy breathing from me in this video. Holy shit.
Here, have you looked at the rock closely, Si?
Nope.
Trying to see if there's any cool mineral deposits. I don't know what that is up there. All that white stuff.
Yep.
We're probably about 50 yards in, too. Think that's 50 yards yet?
Oh yeah, definitely. Not further.
Hi, Si.
Hi.
Oh, we found some rail car.
God, it's cold. Holy shit.
It's nice.
Oh my god. Side.
Huh.
Keep coming.
There's rails.
It's about to get interesting. The pit of hell. You see it? So we're maybe like 75 yards underground right now. And we found something interesting.
Oh shit.
Alright, careful, Si. Look down over the edge. We found a pit. With a rope. Oh look, they have a winch. Let's go over there. Careful. If you fall, you die.
Yeah, pretty sure.
We found a giant old winch. Oh, that tunnel keeps going. Alright, we should probably remember where we are at this point.
Yep.
So they must have found something down there and then bucketed up. And they did collapse. Because it looks like that rope goes underneath the collapse section.
Oh wow. That's super scary.
Sketchy.
Look, there's another passage back there too. So this is hollow underneath this little part.
That's like super sketchy.
Yeah. Is it still working on that?
Yo.
Alright, we found a collapse section. And then if you go this way, it just keeps going. How's your flashlight working for it, Si?
It's good for you guys. Not good for the walking.
For the camera, it's good?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I had no fucking clue this would go this far back. I never got brave enough on the other one.
This is nice that I'm short. I'm just standing straight up. Must suck to be you guys.
I wonder if that goes around to that other side. Oh, side, you want to look over the edge?
God.
You can see that they had rails there. So the rails actually collapse on both sides. There's rails. And I don't know if they're spanning that or what, but they definitely had push carts coming through here. And if you look up, it looks like some type of ventilation shaft came in. I don't know what happened, but it goes really high and is braced. So some poor sucker had to... I don't understand how they carved these out. This is like the highlight of the trip so far.
That other porch keeps coming up.
Yeah?
And it has a huge ceiling.
Really? We can go look at it.
Oh, you got the fun stuff?
What is it? Oh, there was a bunch of that on the ceiling in places, by the way. Alright, that's the blocked way.
Hold on. No, look.
The fun stuff.
You can keep going?
Yeah. If you were so inclined.
Yeah, I'm not inclined. We have enough tunnel.
You did. Hey, it keeps going up.
Yeah? Well, I expect they had like little ventilation shafts.
It looks like a... Yeah.
So, come here. It's growing in... Oh, maybe it's spiders. Oh, this is crazy. I think this is the end of the road for us. Are you there, Si?
Yep.
Yeah, look at this, Si. It's growing in like crazy strains everywhere. And if you look up the walls, it looks like... Can you see on this wall? Looks like crazy veins. I probably shouldn't be touching it. Wow, this is like... Look at how soft this wood is now. That is not working any... Whatchamacallit in here? Yeah. Should I touch it? I probably shouldn't.
I wouldn't. That's how the zombie apocalypse starts, Aaron.
Yeah.
This is how it starts.
I was just pointing out what the roof looks like. Alright, we probably shouldn't go in that clap section.
No, I'm good. We need to go. No,
Alright.
I went back there. It stopped.
Cool.
Alright, somebody lead.
Alright, I'll lead. Unless you want me to just do the... Does that help or not?
No, you can.
Sorry. Alright, careful here. Oh, crazy fucking winch. Alright, let's take a moment to appreciate they got this thing in here. This thing has to weigh so much. Who built it? H-H-S-C-O-V-I-L-L-E. Scoville. H.H. Scoville. There's a giant winch that looks like... Oh! That's what that diesel thing is outside. They were pumping hydraulic fluid through it, which then pushed this thing and then turned that. That's crazy.
Large lever.
That's what this entire pipe is throughout the entire place. Whoa, that looks cool, Si. You go first. Size, huffing and puffing.
I'm dying.
Ow! Fuck, again. Let's use this hat.
Going down.
And we did it. All right. And we made it. Woo!
That was so much fun. It's so cool down there.
It's cold.
All right.
Whee.
We came up that much elevation in almost no distance. If you look down, oh, you're just getting him in his epicness. The secret is to keep the tires in the high spot, because if it goes down in the low spot, I'll high center. So we just walk the tire up this ledge. I don't know what's in front of me anymore. There we go. You're good from my angle. Yeah. That's beautiful. Watch the wall, and you're good. That thing is amazing. Slowly, keep coming. God damn, Jason.
I can't believe that worked as well.
Slow. I don't get it. All right, as far, wait for me. Yeah, just all the way over here. Yep, all right, now start turning in. Yep. All right, now straight, straight. Towards me, straight. Yep. All right, now slowly, because we don't want to hit your rocker panel. So just now start turning a little bit this way. Yep, just watch your rocker panel. Go slowly. Jesus Christ.
I can't believe that.
They're not even good off-road tires.
That is amazing.
The truck is such a fine machine. Look at this. His airbags went off, not on this trip, but on a previous time when he hit a deer. You can just reach into his seats and the metal bars and stuff. He just runs like that with the seats open. And all of his airbags have been popped everywhere. So the truck's not quite as nice as it looks from the outside. And have a water side. What? Why?
Thanks for pointing that out.
All right, let's go. I've got to carry this.
Just hold it right there.
So I don't hit the door.
Yeah. Turn it left. Wherever you can. There you go. Very good. So Cy and I, we went the hard way, and Jason's truck couldn't make it.
So we split up, and now we have no idea where they are, and we're just continuing down the trail. We thought it would join up again pretty quickly, but it has been probably 10 minutes since we've seen them, or longer. So we might ditch them and find them later tonight. I don't know, we'll see. We don't have great cell service or anything up here or anything else, so we can't really even contact them. So I'm just gonna push forward because I know that's what Jason would do. I'm pretty sure he would abandon me at a moment's notice unless he needed me. So we're just gonna push forward. Also,
good luck, Jason.
Yeah, good luck, Jason. Sai's getting thrown around a lot in here. We're in the middle of the rock garden right now, where all the harder stuff is. There we go. Where all the harder obstacles are. And we're just cruising through, Sai and I, trying to make it as fast as we can, so we're not filming much, unfortunately. Because Jason it's like 30 minutes we haven't seen him now. And this is the best part of the trail, and we're not really stopping to film it very much. But let's see. We're also trying not to get stuck because we're by ourselves. We're all here, and then you have to make it through this undercut right here, which is about this tall. And the problem with this is your tire goes underneath the rock, not over the rock. So like this can be very difficult, and you can see all the black tires marked here where everybody's doing a little mini burnout on it. People do little burnouts on the tree up here trying to make it through. So they'll aim through and then pivot over. I don't know. It's just a big ass rock garden. Lots of big rocks. They don't look big until you're trying to drive over them. Like each one is like crotch high. And if you look this way from here, that obstacle looks better. Because you've got multiple ledges and stuff. And it's just over and over like that. So it's technical and you have to pay attention to what you're doing. All right, we survived the rock garden. If we would have got stuck there, Sai had decided he was going to die because he could not walk. Because we are so far out, there's not like any real way of getting back. No. So we still haven't found Jason or anybody. We are, I don't know, probably a 5-6 hour hike out, and Sai's little legs probably can't take it. No. Poor little guys. Aww. But we're through the hard part now. Now all we have to do is find Jason before the wolves get him, because he has no idea where he is. And we don't really have cell phone service to find each other, so here we go. We're still booking it, so we're not really filming outside the vehicle right now. But we just did the hardest obstacles by far of the trip, but they went pretty smoothly, and it would have been good footage probably. We're completely lost. We have a turn that way we can go. We have a turn that way we can go. We have no idea where we are. We're off the map. We have a coin. Oh, which one? Heads or tails? We seem like we should be going that way, but it's uphill. We need to go downhill. So maybe that way. Let's say that side is tails. Oh, good. Okay, we're going downhill.
We're going down. Whee!
Hey. Hey, where are you guys at? What? What'd you do? You're at the obstacle? Yeah. We have to turn around and go back. Because the other way was a dead end. Whew.
This is bad.
We're just gonna meet him at the bottom. How long have they been waiting? It's been an hour.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, okay. Can you turn around and head back down? Can you hear me? Jason? Rip.
You're not on it.
So we're completely lost in the middle of nowhere still, but we still have, you know, like over half a tank of gas. We have 7:30 almost, so we have a little bit more light, but we had to stop and look at this cute little cabin. Someone actually stopped and chopped firewood for it. Sai is videoing. Oh, it's a gold mine claim for sale. It's really weird. Roof is held on by rocks. I'm looking around. Oh, this is cozy. I could live in here. This is cool. Everybody carves their names in. See what the oldest one is. Here's some from the 80s, the 1980s. Oh, my foot just fell through the floor. 1986. All right, it's getting dark. We have like 4 different ways we can go everywhere, and somebody shot the damn sign. So we're hoping it's this way. We're just choosing by whatever goes the most downhill at this point. 7:44. Let's go, Sai. I'm still having fun, so that's all that matters.
Time for love and laughter. The days will pass like summer storms. The winter wind will follow after. But there is love and love is born. There is a time for us to wander. When time is young, so are we. The woods are green and over yonder. Path is new, the world is free.
There is a time when leaves are falling. The woods are gray, the paths are old. The snow will come, and geese are calling. We need a fire against the cold.
There is a time for us to wander. When time is young, and so are we. The woods are green and over yonder. The path is new, the world is free. So do your own, and in the springtime find your love in summer sun. The frost will come and bring the harvest, and you can sleep when day is done. There is a time for us to wander. When time is young, and so are we. The woods are green and over yonder. The path is new, the world is free.
We're still lost, but we're on an actual road made of asphalt, which is pretty cool. And I cannot get over how amazing the ride and like how comfortable this stupid car is. It is like literally a luxury vehicle, and we've been beating the living crap out of it all day. I wish 240SXs were made half as well as Land Cruisers. Because if they were, they'd be better cars.
We went to where we were supposed to.
Oh, did we make it?
Yes.
Oh!
It's Idaho Springs.
High five.
Yay!
Ow, that was my broken hand. Well, we're in Idaho Springs. This is exciting. We're gonna try and find some place to go eat, like a brewery or something. I'm sure Jason found the dispensary. Sai and I are at a super pretty, whatchamacallit, sunset. Oh, I have to get here down with Sai.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you go. Hey.
Jason is stuck on the mountain. We finally made contact with them. They won't be down for hours, it turns out. They're hours away.
Winning.
So they aren't doing so well. We might have to go back up and get them if they get in trouble, which I'm prepared to do. It'll take us, we might be up there till like midnight if that happens, but hopefully that doesn't happen. But we can always get a hotel here and just let them sleep in the truck. Do you think we'd still be friends after all that?
Too bad.
Yeah. I don't think Sai's going back up in the middle of the night. It'll be about 40 degrees up there tonight, so. Oh yeah, and this town is like, it's Idaho Springs. It's super cutesy, antique-y town with like super Etsy mountain stuff, I guess you'd say. We were hanging out over at Tyler's house and we saw this car pull up and I got excited. So we followed them to the gas station while they were getting beer, which is probably 3.2 shitty Colorado beer. Not even worth drinking. But they probably ran out of weed. So we came over here to the gas station so we'd have light and we're gonna look at the car. It's obviously an A86. It's been converted to an SR. So not only does it look awesome, but it should be really fast. So he just told us it's 2,060 pounds on the scales. He used to have a 2871 Garrett turbo on it, but right now it has a Garrett T28 with a blacktop S14 motor. So it should probably put down somewhere between 250 and maybe 300 wheel, somewhere right around there. It still does retain a mass airflow sensor. It does have a tubular manifold for the exhaust. Is it stock injectors? So it's 440s or 370s? 370? Oh, okay. So maybe it's like 250, 260 wheel or something like that. But that's still gonna be really fast in a Corolla. I just thought it was a really cool looking, beautiful car. Do you actually drift it?
No, I haven't yet.
No? So it's more of a street car?
Yeah.
Cool, you should probably keep it a street car because it's so pretty.
No,
This thing would not be as pretty if it was a drift car. So, just a Corolla with an SR is awesome. Do you have any problems with breaking anything on it, like diffs or anything?
Yeah, I've already snapped 2 axles.
The axle shafts or the diffs?
The actual axle shaft.
Okay. That's kind of rough, but you know, what are you going to do?
Yeah, especially when people are asking $300-400 an axle.
Yeah. They do make Moser like aftermarket axles and stuff you could go to. Like fancy alloy shafts.
Well, I have a 8.8 shell with Ford rear end.
Okay.
I can't afford the axles right now, so that's my next big project on it.
All right. How often do people offer to buy this car from you?
All the time.
Really?
Yeah. I think the best offer I got was like a 04 Tacoma.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But not cash, just trades?
No, well, they offered me like $5-6 grand here and there.